There's another word that Jesus used in the New Testament, in "This is the God I speak of," quoting him. God is love. He that dwelleth in love dwelleth in me, and I in him. God is love. Pure, unconditional, blissful, divine love. That's who you are. A second great teaching was by a man named Neville. Neville Goddard passed away in 1972. He lectured over in California, particularly in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. I read his book, The Power of Awareness, 7 times. I gave it to each one of my children at Christmas a couple of years ago. They called me up and said, "Dad, it's great, but I don't understand it. It's a little heavy." I said, "Well, then maybe it's part of my dharma to make it a little clearer." In chapter 27, the last chapter of his book, The Power of Awareness, it says this: "In all of creation, in all of eternity, in all the realms of your infinite being, the most wonderful fact is that which is stressed in the first chapter of this book. You are God. You are the I am that I am. You are consciousness. You are the Creator. This is the mystery. This is the great secret known by the seers, prophets, and mystics throughout the ages. This is the truth that you can never know intellectually. If you want to understand something intellectually, you must analyze it, come up with a formula for it, study it, look at other experts about it, and come to a conclusion. If you want to understand something spiritually, you must first experience it. You must come to know this within." In the New Testament, which I read completely before I wrote, which is fulfilled, Jesus is about to be stoned. He says, "Why would you stone me?" They say, "Because you blaspheme. You are a man, and you claim to be God." Jesus responds with his words, "Is it not written in your law that I have said you are gods, all of you?" We are all gods. We have within us not the God that so often we are taught is outside of us, but the God that is love, the God that is perfect love, the soul that wants to expand because it's infinite and doesn't want to be restricted. I came across some great teachings that were sent to me. They showed up as we often think they show up as accidents, but you come to realize that there are no accidents in this universe. Everything that takes place has the pieces moved around by something bigger than all of us. It was called the I Am Discourses. I quote from the I Am Discourses. "The first expression of every individual everywhere in the universe, either in spoken word, silent thought, or feeling, is I am, recognizing its own conquering divinity. The student, me, you, all of us endeavoring to understand and apply these mighty yet simple laws must stand guard more strictly over his thoughts and expression in words or otherwise. For every time you say, 'I am not, I cannot, I have not,' you are, whether knowingly or unknowingly, throttling that great presence within you." These words, "I am," opened up this program with the words, "I am well. I am perfect health." Where do you think they came from? What do these words, "I am," mean? A very quick retracing of the story of Moses. Moses was a little baby born at a time when the Pharaoh had ordered all male children to be drowned in the Nile. Moses' mother took this little baby, put him in the basket, and floated him down the Nile. Moses was discovered by the Pharaoh's daughter. The Pharaoh's daughter raised Moses as her own son and the Pharaoh's grandson. But in his late teens, he got into a conflict and ended up seeing one of the Israelite slaves being mistreated, and he ended up killing him. Moses had to take off because he was afraid for his own life. He went out into the Sinai, married Zipporah, and had children. He was out as a shepherd, and as the Torah tells us, as it says in Exodus, he comes across a burning bush one day that is not being consumed, and the bush speaks to him. Rather than even misquote this even a little, "I brought from my hotel room, you wouldn't steal the Bible, would you? I will put it back." The bush speaks in Exodus chapter 3 and says, "Moses, Moses." The first words that Moses says to God are, "Here I am." Then he said, "Do not draw near here. Take off your sandals for your feet, for this place where you stand is holy ground." God speaks to Moses and says, "I want you to go to the Pharaoh, and I want you to free your people." Moses says, "Well, wait, hold on here. Who am I and who are you?" Moses says to God, "Who am I that I should go to the Pharaoh and that I should bring the children of Israel out of Egypt?" He said, "I will certainly be with you, and this shall be a sign to you that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain." Then Moses says to God, "Indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, 'The God of your fathers has sent me to you,' and they say to me, 'What is his name?' what shall I say to them?" God says to Moses, "I am that I am, He said, "Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial to all generations. My name is I am that I am." Now, every single time that you use the words I am, you are citing the name of God right from the holiest books. Every time you say the words I am weak, I am poor, I am unlucky, I am unhappy, I am sick, I am unable to attract into my life what you want, you are desecrating the name of God. God did not say, I will be. My name is not, I hope things work out well. My name is not, maybe things will show up that I wanted, but possibly not. He said, I am that I am. You must be conscious of how you use these words I am. I am strong. I am well. I am content, even if your senses are telling you something different. I am. As we move now into the meat of this program, you'll see that putting the words I am in front of something into your mind and imagination is a very powerful way to attract into your life. Recognizing your own divinity, I am God, is not blasphemy. It is your identity. Thank you. In my study of the work that I mentioned earlier, particularly the work of Neville and the work of U.S. Anderson and the I Am Discourses, I came up with and put together what I call 5 wishes fulfilled foundations for being able to attract into your world and become the kind of person that you expect yourself to be. Remember what I said about the quote on the wall of this swimming pool. If you want to accomplish anything, which means to become an extraordinary level of consciousness person, you must first expect it of yourself. You must see yourself and be unafraid to say to yourself, I am connected at all ways, at all times, to my source, to the divine mind, to the Tao, to God, to that which is the creator of all. I am a part of it. The first of these 5 foundations I call imagination. Imagination. Many of our greatest thinkers have spoken about the power of imagination. William Blake said that what is now proved was once only imagined. Now think about the importance of that. If you want to have something show up in your life, the kind of person you would like to become, manifest something new into your life, something powerful, whatever it might be, you obviously must first be able to imagine it. Your imagination, this is yours and yours alone. You can place anything into your imagination that you want to place there, independent of what anybody else says about it, independent of what your senses are telling you.